Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Sometimes it's very interesting how this so-called mainstream media brings you some news and information so late or slow. And sometimes they are so fast that they bring you a piece of news of something that did not even occur yet, if you know what I mean. It happened before when they reported something and then, oh, hurry up. All right, so I have here an article coming from Newsweek, and they are kind of slow in acknowledging something that I, and not only I, many others, realized a while ago, and that is the Ukrainian army, the fighters located in Bakhmut, will be trapped. Will be surrounded completely, encircled completely by the Russians. The problem is that those guys over there who fight in Bakhmut, they fight for their country, family, fight for their culture, traditions, religion, whatever you want. They fight with this. The problem is sometimes people are used for the benefit of others. In this case, I think that those guys who are trapped over there in Bakhmut or about to be trapped, I think that's been known already, will be used for political gains by some weasels who don't have the same feelings as the fighters in Bakhmut right now. I'm talking about the Ukrainians. The Ukrainians were not given an order to withdraw, to retreat when there still was a possibility, a chance to do so. It seems to me that maybe this is I don't know, it can be so dumb. What are you defending when you are going in the catacombs in Bakhmut, like you went in Mariupol, in Azovstal? You go in these metallurgical whatever companies that have all kind of things underneath, built by the Soviets in case the NATO attacks them. What's the point being over there? Who are you fighting in there? You're not going to fight anybody. These guys are going to surround you and you're going to be dying over there, or you're going to surrender after a while. But that while will be used by others for political capital. That's what it is. Capital. That's what it is. They're going to come in front of the cameras and going to tell us how those are our victims and heroes in the same time, and they are fulfilling an order or some tasks. The tasks being not what they do over there, your tasks. Because you come in from the TV and say, poor guys, evil Russians, more money. And and those guys are sacrificing, as I said, their lives for good reasons. These guys are not talking with the heart. They're talking not even with that. They're talking with, I don't know, with the fingers, I guess. So what's going on here? I got this article from the Newsweek, and these guys finally come to the conclusion that hundreds of Ukrainian troops may be trapped in Bakhmut tunnels. Really? We knew this for a long time, that they will be trapped not in the tunnels, because as you know they have tunnels until yesterday. Now I just found out yesterday, and by the way, look here. I made this video today with the soldiers of the Wagner group took control of the enterprise Vostok Mash in Artemov, which is Bakhmut. And that is part of the Vostok Mash is northern part of the whatever that's called, the metallurgical part that it's over there. It's called, I can find it somewhere. Where is it? I don't find it. It's Arzrom. It's unbelievable. The whole thing doesn't have that name here. Anyway, unimportant. It was just a point that they are already trapped there. So these guys come with this information now. You knew that. Yeah, right here, Azom, finally. Artyomovsk metal processing plant, that's where they are. So hundreds of Ukrainian soldiers may be trapped in tunnels in an industrial zone of Bakhmut, which is under siege by Russian forces, according to Russian media reports. The Kremlin-friendly, why don't you call the Kremlin lover, newspaper Rossiyskaya Gazeta, RG, RG, and Pravda were among the outlets saying that Ukrainian troops were in the underground corridors of the Vostok Mash building, which was already taken over by those guys, in the Artyomovsk metallurgical plant, processing plant, Azom zone. The Russian name of the city is Artemovsk, which is Bakhmut for these guys. And they're talking about this building, which this guy said, we took control over that building, and it took pictures over there and video, by the way. I made a video about it 10 minutes ago or so, maybe more. The reports have not been independently identified. The Newsweek has contacted the Ukrainian Defense Ministry by email for comment. They're not going to say anything. Maybe in 2 weeks. RG cited the Russian Telegram channel of Military Chronicle, which said at least 300 Ukrainian military personnel were in the network of tunnels under the plant, which is in northern part of Bakhmut, a city in Donetsk region. Yeah, that's the one right here. This is the one. The Post also said that the total number of units of personnel from Ukraine's armed forces, the National Guard and Territorial Defense brigades were around 500. I think they're more than that. Because about 3 days ago or so, the Russians said that there are about between 10,000 and 20,000 Ukrainians fighting in Bakhmut. It doesn't have to be, it doesn't mean that all those 10,000 or whatever the Russians said are over there in the catacombs, in the tunnels, but they say 500 are over there. So let's go back to this article. It noted that the Ukrainian military occupies positions at a nearby Makivka metalwork plant, where there are also underground networks. Yeah, the Russian military Alexander Simonov said on Telegram that those fighting with the Wagner group, which consists of mercenaries, has stormed Azov. Yeah, they did. The Wagner already stormed it. I'm quoting, I am and my colleagues have repeatedly written about the complexity of the assault on the site, end quote. He wrote, describing how Azov is a huge area, I'm quoting, with dense industrial development and a network of underground utilities, and goes underground for dozens of floors. Phew. So it's going to be the same thing as Azovstal, I told you. On Sunday, the Twitter account of Open Source Intelligence Monitor OSINT Defender said that Wagner forces have reportedly launched an assault to storm the underground complex below the... So these are already late. The tunnels beneath the plant go down at least 320 meters. So that's about 1,000 feet. It's about 340 yards, with many relating it to the Azovstal plant in Mariupol. Yep. This chimes with reports from Russian military bloggers on Sunday that Wagner fighters had started assaults on underground sections of the Azov complex and strengthened their positions at the complex the following day. Despite being surrounded on three sides by Russian troops, Ukrainian President Zelensky reiterated Kyiv's committed to holding the city following a meeting with the Supreme Commanders-in-Chief on Tuesday. That was all that. I made a video on that one. That was just to get them more than one. So when shit hits the fan, they will say, well, it was more than one. It was not me. It was all of us. It was a committee. Okay, all of you will be trialed for this and that, for the crimes that you let those guys stay over there when you knew they would be encircled. You didn't order them to retreat or to withdraw. No. So who's guilty? I'm not. He is. No, we're all, because we're not only one person and we're like a parliament, we can't be punished. In this case, this committee, right? This chief of staff and the president and all that, that's what they do. So you can blame them after that. I do blame them. Because those guys are going to die there or going to be taken prisoners. And they will stay over there 2 months as they will stay. Oh my. All members of the staff expressed a common position regarding the further holding and defense of the Bakhmut, the president said. So they're all in unison accepting, like they're what? Communist China? No, because this is for the good, so we're all for the good. Yeah. Wagner is, this is another BS. I'm not going to read that one because that's propaganda that we don't like. We use only propaganda that we like, right? Yeah, that's for the people, my friends, who comment me that I'm this and I'm that, which I really don't give up because I know what I'm doing, and if they don't like what I'm doing, they could open a channel and do whatever they want. And I'm for freedom of speech, but that shows the level. It's how you look at things, not only how you look at things. If you attack the person, okay, well, maybe that's your conclusion. Good for you. Bring evidence next time. That's very important. So here we have these guys, according to Newsweek, that they are right there in the, they are trapped, some of them. They say 500. We're going to find out after they come out from, and they're going to be taken prisoners, how many there were. And again, I'm assuming it's going to be thousands, but we'll find out. Or more than 500, I want to say. And these are all fighters. There are no more civilians, I'm guessing, like it was in Azovstal. In Azovstal, there were civilians as well. So, I think an order should have been given, because what are they defending there? What have they been defending in Bakhmut? The Russians bombarded the whole thing. You choose to fight over there. You could have chosen to fight in a different position, but you want to fight in Azovstal, in Bakhmut, and in Azovstal as well. Flattened. They say, evil Russians. Well, if you would not fight over there, I'm not saying not to fight. I'm just holding you a little bit responsible for choosing the location when it was in your power to choose it. You could have evacuated the civilians if you wanted, ahead of the arrival of the evil Russians, and you could have positioned yourself behind in front of the city, around the city, but not in. So what do you think? The Russians say, oh, because we're evil, we're going to spare them? I mean, it doesn't work that way, you know. You're evil, then you expect the worst. You're not evil, then you don't expect the worst, obviously. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just. Yeah, they will get surrounded.